Hello everyone, this is Brian Yeager, the superintendent of the Monticello Community School District. And I'm doing a video this evening to talk a little bit about summer sports. Now you may or may not know that Governor Kim Reynolds issued a proclamation last week which directly affected high school baseball and softball. In her proclamation, she said that baseball and softball could begin practices on June 1st and baseball and softball could begin playing games on June 15th. So it was kind of an unexpected proclamation last week that the Girls Union, the Athletic Association, the CDC, the Iowa Department of Public Health, and the Department of Education all scrambled to be able to put information together. And I've collected information from all those groups, and I'm trying to get it out to you tonight so that we're all on the same page. I do want to say this, is that the safety of our athletes, the safety of our parents, the safety of our other spectators, and the safety of our coaches is our highest priority. But I do have to tell you this, if you're a parent and you're considering your child playing in either baseball or softball this summer, I really need you to give this serious consideration and have a serious conversation with your child. This is a summer like no other, and there is no way during a sporting event like baseball and softball that kids will be able to maintain social distance. There's going to be interactions between kids. When a kid slides in and gets tagged at second base, they're not 6 feet apart. When someone steps up to the plate, they're not 6 feet away from the catcher. When someone fields a ground ball that was pitched from the pitcher's hand and hit off the batter's bat, picked up by an infielder, thrown over to a first baseman, that ball has been touched by at least 3 different infielders. So you got to understand, there is a risk. And it's a minimal risk, but there still is a risk, and you're going to have to make a decision to do this. We are going to be sending out parent permission forms that we'd like each parent and each athlete to sign if they're willing to participate in summer sports. So things we're trying to do to make this safe. At games, we are going to allow spectators to come to the games. When you come in, we're going to ask that you bring a bag chair and that you try to find a place to sit at the game that's separate from everybody else. Try your best to maintain social distance, and we'll remind you during the game, and we'll try to walk around and help make sure that people are, honoring that or respecting that. But it's going to be really important. We really want our events to go well, and if we end up with a problem of too many people grouping together and it's just not going to work, then the only other alternative is for us to be able to offer the games with either a more limited crowd or no crowd. And that would be a shame because I know everybody likes to go out to baseball and softball games over the summer. So a couple of rules that have to be put in place out there. One, parents, if you're going to drop off your child at practice, you drop them off and you have to take off. We are not going to be allowing parents to stick around at practices and watch practice. We're trying to limit the number of bodies out there on the field when we can. Athletes will be asked to stay out of the dugout during practice times, but they can use the dugout during games. Now again, like I said, when you're in a dugout, you have 25 athletes sitting together, they are not 6 feet apart. For our parents again, please encourage your child to bring a water bottle to every practice and every game so they can stay hydrated. It can get hot out there in the summer. Also have them bring hand sanitizer if that's possible. We are going to try to have hand sanitizer in our restrooms. We're going to try to have hand sanitizer in our dugouts for our own kids, but please bring your own. That would be the best way to not spread germs and keep your child as safe as possible. We are going to have our coaches clean the equipment in the evening, so they'll do the best they can to be able to clean all the common equipment the kids are using, like helmets, bats, bases, those kind of things. And then if students have their own equipment, if you have your own bat or you have your own helmet, if you have catcher's gear that you've checked out from the school, students will be responsible for cleaning those up really well at night to make sure that they are going to continue to be safe for the next day. We will have the restrooms open. We just ask you to, make sure that you wash your hands and that you're using hand sanitizer and trying to stay away from other people at our event. We will be cleaning those restrooms every morning each week and cleaning the dugouts every morning each week and try to sanitize each of those areas to create the safest environment that we can. Face masks are not required, but we're going to leave that up to every individual, whether you're an athlete, a coach, or a parent or a spectator. That's up to you. If you'd like to wear a mask, you can do that, or gloves as well. It's up to you if you'd like to be able to do that, but we are not requiring that to be able to either play in the game or attend the game. We are not allowed to have our concession stand open, so parents, spectators, you're going to need to bring some water. Like I said, a 90-degree day, you're going to need to drink a lot of water to stay hydrated on those days. Only coaches, players, umpires are allowed in the dugout. We cannot have any statisticians, bat boys, bat girls. None of those extra participants can be allowed to be in the dugout during our baseball and softball games this year. And we have debated back and forth whether we should be closing our bleachers or not. But we're going to try to leave them open at least for the first game and see how that goes. But we're asking you, again, to bring a bag chair. If you absolutely have to sit in a bleacher, please maintain a distance away from the other people that are sitting in the bleachers. There's a few different sets of bleachers out there that you can use. The baseball one's a really big one. You just got to sit apart from people. Otherwise, sit in your bag chair, or you can stand and watch the game. You can position your chair anywhere you like around the field that you're able to see, look from the best angle, whether you look through the outfield fence or you're sitting behind the backstop or wherever that may be. In addition to that, we're not sure how we're going to handle buses yet, but to maintain a social distance on a school bus is a challenge in itself. Not sure that we're going to have enough bus drivers who will be willing to drive to games. We only have 6 away events, so we'll probably end up taking one bus for baseball and one bus for softball, and just ask our kids to stay, as far apart as they can. But you're going to know when you have high school kids, they're going to talk to each other and they're going to be interacting with each other, and we're going to ask them to remember to try and stay apart from each other, as to not spread germs, to try and maintain that safety that we talked about. I want to say that this is going to be probably the most difficult summer to be able to be a baseball and softball player, coach, fan, because we've not had to face these challenges before. And I also know this. I know that our community is starting to polarize on this issue of whether we should be closed or open. And, 50% of our community is moving in the direction that we should close all the facilities and not have anything open at this point. And the other 50% of the population is moving the other direction to say we should open everything up. We shouldn't be closed anymore. Most of those people that were in the middle now have all started to polarize to the ends of the spectrum. So I'm going to tell you this, no matter what we do is going to be criticized by 50% of the people. So we're just going to do the best that we can to try and create the safest environment possible for our kids. So I hope that you understand that we are excited for this season to start, and we're going to try to keep it safe for everybody, and we really hope to have your support because we really need it. And we are not social police officers, but we really need your help when you come and watch games to be able to try and stay apart. And that's it for right now. As always, if you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to give me a call, shoot me an email, and I'll be happy to get back to you. Thank you.